guys, how's everyone doing today? So for today's video, I wanted to review a product and I've been having quite a hard time with it. I've used it a few times, but this is the Profusion Treasure Box. It was $10 at Dollar General. So Dollar General typically carries stuff like this around Christmas time, but I got it, just the other day, and I've been trying to work with it, and it may just be me, I'm not sure, so I'm going to keep trying. Hopefully I come out with a good look with it today. But anyway, so I just took it out for you so I can show you everything that's in it. It came with an eyeliner pencil that's here, which I really don't use because they're always so stiff. It comes with a contour / bronze color, which is kind of light, but it's not that bad. It comes with this like setting pressed powder here. As you can see, it actually has a good amount of pigmentation. There's a bronze, which it works, but it's not like the best color. And then I have two blushes here, which, there's like a bright pink and then a peachy pink here. So, let me show you. And they're kind of a little bit powdery, but they're not that bad. They actually show up pretty good. All of these lipsticks right here, and then all of these eyeshadows. Now, they look a little bit more vibrant in person. I've been having a hard time because I feel like they all end up looking almost gray. So, Profusion has some great palettes, and I don't know if this is just cheaper because it's from Dollar General. Like, if you see, it's just plastic. So, you can pop these out if you want to. They are in their own individual pans. But, I'm going to show you, maybe swatch a few colors here for you real quick. Like, here's the green here. Here's another green there. So, like, those are the two greens, which this one kind of looks blue on camera, but it's not. This is like a deep green, and that's like a lighter green. They're like two totally different toned greens. There's like a burgundy type shade, which when you put on your finger, it looks almost like a sheer purple. There's a yellow gold. Right. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to swatch these on my arm real quick. I'm going to swatch these colors on my arm for you real quick. Right here. So, there's the colors. I don't know if you can see. The gold one's kind of too light to see. It's right here. There's the burgundy color, the lighter green, and the darker green. So, on camera they kind of look lackluster, and they are a little bit lackluster, but they're not as bad as they look when you swatch them on camera. And like I said, I typically like Profusion, but I feel like some of their products like this that you find in like Dollar General are not the best. So anyway, I found that the best way to work with this palette is with a tacky base. So what I did was I just took my Morphe eyelid primer here and put it on, and I did not set it. So it's still a little bit tacky, so I shouldn't have to worry about the pigmentation. I'm going to go into the first shade on here that I want to use, and it's like a peanut butter shade right here. And I'm just going to use that as my first transition shade. I'm going to see if this is the first time I'm using it without setting my eye. So, I normally typically always set my eyelid because I don't want any creasing, but with this palette, if I do that, all the colors tend to look gray. So it may be something with the formula for these palettes, but, oh, and also the reason why I wanted to do this is because these palettes, right after Valentine's Day, are going on sale for $3. So for $3, you'll get all those eyeshadows, the blushes, all the stuff I talked about. You can't beat that, especially if you can get at least just an everyday look out of it. It's definitely worth $3. So there's the first shade, and just like any other palette I've ever used, the first shade you don't really see that well. So I'm going to move on to the next. I'm going to go into this shade here, which is the only like real warm brown that I've seen in this palette. I'm going to put that right here. There you go. It's showing up so much better once I didn't set my eyelid. So definitely, if you get this, it's well worth the money if you don't set your eyelid. Use a sticky primer and just leave it. And I even let my primer sit for quite a while today before I even started the video. Like, I did my primer, I set up everything, got everything out of my way, and yeah, so it was probably like 15 minutes after I did my eye primer that I did the video, that I started the video. So I'm going to try to go a little bit deeper with the color in like the outer portion of my crease. Like, you can see the color right there already. It's building up pretty good. I'm going to try, it's a shimmer. I'm going to try the shade right here, which on camera it kind of looks like a green gray, but it's not. It's actually like a deep brown with a hint of a warm brown in it. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to bring it in like 3/4 of the way. I'm sorry, I know that this isn't a tutorial, it's a review, and I'm trying to make it quick. But I just explain it so you know what I'm doing. Wow. Sorry. The difference in not setting and setting your eyelids with this is like absolutely insane. Like, I can't believe how good the colors are showing up now that I did not set my eyelid. Like, if I would have reviewed this before the way I normally do my eyeshadow, I would have given it a horrible review. So that's why I tend to try products out quite a few times before I decide to review it, because I don't want to go based on one time, because you never know. There may be specific applications. Like, this didn't come with any real application instructions. I mean, it all just says, for use of eyes and lips and, face, whatever. So, I mean, that's why I don't like to review things on my first use. Like, I'll give you a general idea of how I feel about the product the first time, but it's not my review on the product. Alright, so now for lid shades, I'm going to try not cutting my crease. I'm going to try not putting down any concealer first. And then if I have a hard time still with the shimmer colors, then I will put concealer on so that way you guys can see it. So I'm going to try to go for a look that I would typically do, so that way I can see like if it is good compared to another palette that I like, or do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't want to try doing something different, mess it up, and then have a bad feeling about the palette, because I don't want that. So that's what I was trying to say. Alright, so I'm going to try to go in with these peachy shades. Like, there's this one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. So they're all general, like, peachy tones. I'm going to start off with the one I think is the darkest. Right here. I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Oh, see, it's working good. So there's such a big difference between not setting and setting. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, they said with the James Charles and Morphe palette that you have to have a sticky base. Like, I think that some companies like this should think about putting that in their information, because, I mean, it makes a difference between whether you love or hate a palette. Like, if it's so lackluster for you, you're not going to like it, when it's not a fault of the product, it's how it, how it has to be used. Such a difference. I can't believe that. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the top one up here, which is a brighter peach. Put that right here in the front. Oh yeah, definitely. So much better. I was worried about this review because I don't like to say bad things about a company. Like, I only say it if it's deserved. Like, if a palette is real junk, I'm going to say it's junk. I can't help it. I won't lie. But I like to test it out and give it a fair shot, as opposed to just saying, oh, I used it once and it's crap. Like, I won't do that. I can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I'll never be able to do it. Alright, so there's that. And I actually really like it, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to go off camera real quick, throw on a little bit of base, so that way I don't look like totally crazy, or at least my eyebrows, and then I'll come back on and do my lower lash line for you. Alright guys, so I decided to do the rest of my makeup off camera, even my lower lash line, just because I felt like this video was already getting long for a review on, the eyeshadow palette itself. I am going to use the blush for you real quick, because I did not use that. And the bronzer color is not dark enough. I think I showed you already, but here it is on my finger. My middle finger there. And then if I swatch it on my skin, it's like right there. So I use I use a Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. So that's my best shade of bronzer. This one is not for me. I will use it for contouring my nose on different days or something like that. But I'm going to dip into this peachy shade right here. It's like a peachy pink. I tapped in twice. You can see it on there. Actually, tap some off just in case. And it has pretty good pigmentation. I actually would probably use these more for eyeshadows. I'm going to shut my brush. Like the bronzer and the blushes and everything. I think they'd be good eyeshadows, but the blush does work for blush, as you can see. I mean, it could probably get out of control pretty quick, so it is pretty pigmented. But anyway, so yeah, that's my review on this palette. Sorry, did not set my face. I'm going to get mascara everywhere. Alright, so anyway, I feel like this palette is a good palette for $10, and it'll be a great palette for $3 right after Valentine's Day. So again, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Here's the box itself, right there. When you open it, sorry I put my hand in there so don't fall. It has a huge mirror right here. And then, like I said, it has all the shadows, it has the blushes. It came with the little applicators right in this little area, that's why that's there. And it came with, I mean, the eyeliner looks really pretty. The eyeliner itself is like a nice little eyeliner. It has very nice packaging. I mean, the rose gold with the matte black. See it right there? It says Profusion on there somewhere. But, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty. It does work to an extent, but it's kind of like a dry formula. It's not creamy like I prefer with an eyeliner, as you can see here. I mean, it does work, but it's just not the greatest. The palette itself is pretty good. So, yeah, if you guys are interested and you just want to go check it out, it's going to be on sale. 70% off at Dollar General right after Valentine's Day, or you can get it now for $10. I would personally wait because I feel like it's definitely worth $3, but maybe not so much worth $10. And like I said, this does not reflect all of Profusion's products because they have some really, really great products. This palette just wasn't my very favorite, but it does work, and especially for somebody who is a beginner. If you're a beginner with eyeshadow, this will definitely be a good palette for you to learn how to shade and everything. But for somebody who's looking for a color like bam in your face, this is definitely not it. So I'm not saying it's a bad palette, and I'm not saying it's a great palette. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Bye, guys.